I absolutely love extraction shooters. Since Call of Duty brought out DMZ a couple of years ago, which everyone just absolutely loved, and to be honest with you, you actually saw some big streamers, well, people became big streamers because of that game mode. And we're talking about the Luccis of this world, where myself, I didn't even know Lucci before DMZ, and all of a sudden, Lucci became where he is now, and to be honest with you, I am so happy for the guy, because he was able to take a game mode which was fun, but also it wasn't just, oh, go around, kill everyone, survive the circle. You know, it wasn't that. You could do missions and everything. And DMZ just kind of got pushed to the wayside, which sucks, because DMZ is the best Call of Duty mode in the last 5 years, and that's including Warzone. But now, obviously, we are seeing a ton, and I mean a ton, of these extraction shooters. So we actually got an article by here. Love them or hate them, extraction shooters are running wild right now. The extraction genre is having a defining moment. From the gritty realism of Escape from Tarkov to the retro-futuristic chaos of Ark Raiders, gamers are flocking to the more challenging than most titles that fuse looting, survival, and high-stakes choice and consequence gameplay loops. I absolutely love extraction shooters, like I was saying. You know, recently we've had Delta Force, say, Ark Raiders. Hell, we're even, by the looks of things, going to be getting DMZ returning next year in 2026 from Call of Duty, which, if I was them, I would try and do as much as I could to make that game mode as fun as the one on Modern Warfare 2. But we've got so many coming out. You know, Escape from Tarkov is coming to the console as well. This is going to be nuts, it really is. But every satirical title like Escape from Tarkov, packed with absurd mechanics and visuals, are finding solid audiences and millions of sales. Because it's something different. This is why extraction shooters are becoming so good. Because people are having fun playing them. It's not just rinse, repeat, like Warzone. Literally, you go in, do it, and you get out. That is literally it. But the article does go on, as you can see right by there, though. But why? Why are they having so amazing moments at this moment in time? And that is because it is different. So because extraction shooters tap into something deeper than just gameplay. They simulate risk and tension in a way that no other genre can. Exactly true. If you're playing DMZ, and again, if you don't see any other teams, and you make it to the final extraction point, there could be other teams there waiting for you. That's what I love about Delta Force, Ark Raiders, and also DMZ Modern Warfare 2's one. They are just so much fun. But at their core, extraction shooters are typically built around loss aversion and delayed gratification concept. Every raid is a gamble. Every crate or box opened is like spinning a slot machine. And finishing up an intense, high-value run releases an immense burst of dopamine-fueled satisfaction that's almost unmatched in gaming. Yeah. If you were playing DMZ, I keep going back to DMZ because I think that's the one that so many people played. And that is what everyone knows, that and Ark Raiders. And when you go in on Al Mazrah, you go down to the little fort, you know, we used to call it Bulbagra, but it wasn't Bulbagra. But down there, that was some of the best loot in the entire game. And sometimes, a lot of players didn't even go there. What we would do, we'd loot around and everything else, pick up all the stuff that we needed. So we'd have, obviously, vests, all these different guns. And if anyone came on down, it was just a great gunfight. Because it's not just AI you're going against, you're going against other players. But with that one, get everything you want. Hell, at the time, 20, was it? It was either, no, I think it was 20 grand or 40 grand where you paid to get a personal exfil chopper. And with that there, you could see it flying over and people could know, they're extracting, let's go get them. That's how much fun it was. And they took that concept and put it into Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, which to me, Modern Warfare 3 Zombies was a good game. It was good because it mixed the zombies with DMZ. But then, obviously, they just stopped it. You know, it's almost like Activision were like, oh no, we don't want to do that. We'll just do Warzone, we'll do multiplayer, and we'll do zombies. Okay. But then it's just like, right, okay, zombies, you've kind of put the extraction in it as well. But when you played Modern Warfare 3, you could go to different choppers. That's how much fun it was. But as you can see though, Players' entire deeply hostile zones and extraction shooters are set about completing quests, gathering loot and fighting enemies, both human and AI driven. Oh, there we go. The kicker is that they must extract to keep their loot, and a single misstep can lead to crumbling fortunes. Every decision, engage or evade, loot or leave, is loaded with consequence and consideration. This mirrors real-world psychological triggers, and it gets those synapses firing, which it is. When you go in and you're doing so much stuff, your backpack could be full. Again, you could either have a small, medium, or a large rucksack, you know, and you depend on what rucksack you had, considered how much loot you could carry. You got the plates. You could have gold skulls, like I got one by here. You know, it's all this kind of stuff. Take out the bosses, get the loot off them. It could be high value. And then, if you get killed, you've lost it all. That's why it's so much fun. And as you can see by here, loss aversion, otherwise known in the extraction space as gear fear, I love that term, gives you a sense of acute ownership over the loot you collect, and the thought of losing it again increases anxiety. Yes, like we just said, I could be there and I could grab, you know, an almaz, or this is, I could get a skull, I could get the gold skull, be like, yes, I got it. You know, if you wanted to sell it, you know, get all the loot or whatever, or keep it because you may need it for another time, for another thing, and then you could get killed and you no longer have the gold skull. You know, it was just so much fun to do. But with all of that, and it's just the fear then of losing it, you know, is absolutely insane. But I absolutely love it. But they do go on to say mastering progression, yes, variable rewards, and it is. And they're going on now about Arc Raiders, because it's not, I don't think Arc Raiders is different to other extractions. It's the same but more in the future. And to be honest with you, Arc Raiders is just so much fun. But yeah, at this moment in time, extraction shooters is where it's at. I think we probably will see something like this in Battlefield 6. I do think they'll probably do it because they actually got 9 new game modes which are being working on, supposedly. So fingers crossed we could see that. But yeah, you know, Arc Raiders is the #1 extraction shooter on the market right now, achieved millions of sales and record high scores for the genre. But then we got Escape from Tarkov's 1.0 release on Saturday, November 15th, which, to be honest with you, Escape from Tarkov is one of the originals, and it was so much fun, still is, and now that is coming out in a proper version, which I think everyone's really, really going to enjoy. And coming next year, you know, we go down first by here, what's next for extraction shooters? Obviously, Escape from Tarkov is about to debut on Steam, hitting a 1.0 state after 10 years in testing. We got Bungie's Marathon, Arc Raiders will continue to soar, which we actually did a video on that one, where Arc Raiders company, the games company behind them, they actually said, we have 10 years worth of content. 10 years, which is absolutely insane. And obviously, as we say by here, easy expect more extraction shooters to surface soon. Bungie's Marathon is set to be released by March, and there is every opportunity for top-tier titles like Call of Duty and Battlefield to dip back into the extraction market, which we kind of know with Call of Duty because DMZ 2.0 is supposedly coming with their Modern Warfare 4 release next year. So let us know down below, folks. Are you happy that extraction shooters are the #1 genre at the moment? I am, because they are just so much fun. Gear fear, which I've just learned that word, is absolutely incredible. But yeah, if you go in there, every single game feels different, and it gives you the nerves in your stomach like, oh my god, am I going to win? Am I going to lose? And if you see other players coming and you haven't got a good gun, well, are you going to win? You're going to run, or are you going to fight? Let us know down below, folks. As always, my name is Dan. Like and subscribe. Tick the little ding dong for future updates. And as always, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.